Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Students, get ready. We are going to solve the paper October 24. You can see and 32 variant, complete pure paper. So get ready. Question number one. Question number one topic is binomial expansion. And do you know, students, binomial formula is 1 plus b power n and 1 plus nb. And he's saying it will expand including x to power 2. And n into n minus 1 over 2 factorial into square of b. You know, student, this applicable only, we need here positive 1. So we need plus 1. So how we can start a question? So 9 minus 3x to power half. I will take 9 common. When I take 9 common, so inside 1 minus 3x over 9. And on the top, I can write half. All right, after this, what to do onwards? This half will go on 9 separate, on the bracket separate, and this is simplified. The reason 3 1s are 3 and 3 3s are 9. I think clear. And I'm getting this one. So root of half is 9. Sorry, 3. So it means I'm writing finally, I got a 3 outside, inside 1 minus x over 3 to power half. Okay, so now we can able to apply the formula, and formula is available on top. So I'm applying, and formula is 1 plus nb. N is 1 by 2, and b, don't forget please, negative sign, n plus n into n minus 1 over 2 factorial into square of negative x over 3 whole squared. So on, so forth. And this is so 1 minus x over 6. And how to do this kind of thing? Basically, it is a negative half into, half into negative 1 over 2. and it means it becomes negative 1 over 4, negative 1 over 8. So this is giving us negative 1 over 8. And here I'm getting x square over 9. So then I'm writing 1 minus x over 6 and negative x square over 8 9s are 72. Okay. And what is the next step? And that is the final step. We have to multiply and with a 3 multiply and 3 multiply with this, we got a half x or x over 2. And minus, we got a 3, this was clear. 3 2s are 6 and 3 4s are 12. And that's it. And we got our answer. I hope so. The concept of the question is very, very clear. Question number 2, students, we have, by sketching a suitable pair of graphs, show that this equation has exactly one root in the interval 0 to pi by 2. So we have to go pi by 2. And students, what is the way? You have to sketch both separate. Okay, and best idea is take a scale, and we are going to make okay. Now, student, what to do? Because because pi by 2 maximum, so what I will do, 0 here, and let's say pi by 2 is here. And in the middle, we have here half is pi by 4. Okay, students, and this I'm taking here pi by 8. Actually, I divide by 2, I got pi by 8. And this is becoming 3 pi by 8. 3 pi by 8. 1 pi by 8, second pi by 8, 3 pi by 8, and 4 pi by 8. Clear. So now, students, after this, I'm going to sketch. And what is the cot, students? Cot is I have two equations. Cot double x 1 over or 1 over tan double x. And second equation is secant, and that is a y is equals to 1 over cos. That's very clear. Both equations clear. And now, best technique, you plug in these parameters one by one in calculator and check it. So if we check it quickly and make sure in radian mode, okay, radian mode, if I check it, 1 divided by, because when I plug in 0 in the place of tan, it give you infinity, okay? It will give you infinity. It will give you infinity. Okay. So this part is clear. This get infinity. I'm going to make it infinity now. Okay. So infinity means I will get this kind of dotted line. You see, this is infinity at 0. Okay, after this, what to do? If I plug in next number pi by 8, so make sure 10 and pi by 8 means it becomes pi by 4 because 2 multiply. So we're getting 1. 1 is approximately, say, here. Okay, and first it is infinity. Okay, this one. And next I will proceed next one. So it is giving us pi by 2. And tan pi by 2, basically tan pi by 2 is here is 0. And tan pi by 2, wait a minute. Tan pi by 2 is basically undefined, infinity. Infinity, whenever comes infinity, and 1 by infinity is basically 0. So it means it turned to be this. Okay, when I plug in the next number, 3 pi by f, okay, it means it becomes 3 times 2 pi over 4 because 2 is there, 8. So I get it here, I get here. So it is coming in down. It has some below value here. Okay, here. And that pi by 2, it is again, if you check it, pi by 2, plug in it here. So it is a pi, and tan pi is infinity, sorry, 0. And 1 by infinity, 0 is infinity. Again, we have at pi by 2, we have again this kind of graph. So basically, graph is coming from top. Look, I do again for you. This graph comes from here and this way. So I hope so this part is clear. And now, student, let's go for the second diagram, 1 by cos. And when I plug in 0 here, cos 0 is 1, so we get a 1. So 1 means it is here. Okay, all right, here. And when I plug in pi by cos, okay, it's so 1 divided by cos, and that is a pi by 8. If we check it, pi divided by 8, if we check the numbers, I get a 1.0, slightly up, slightly up. And then it is rising slightly up. Okay, pi by 4 slightly up, and 3 pi by 8 here. And check out the last number, students. Last is a pi by 2, and you know very well cos pi by 2 is 0, and 1 by 0 is infinity. It means it is going up and this way, and then it becomes infinity. It is very clear. It is very clear. So we can show that, we can explain here that is yes, proved. Okay, it has one answer, so we can write here, hence proved. So I hope so this point is very clear. Part number 2, students, he's saying show that if sequence of real values given iterative formula is this converges, then it converges to part A, root of part A. So basically, what is the planning? I have to remove subscripts, this n plus 1, and after removing, what to do? I will try to show this equation. If I prove this equation, then done. So okay, so let me write here. Plan is cot 2x is equal to secant x. This is my job to prove it. Okay, so let's start. So this word remove subscript, remove subscripts. No need to write, just for you only. So this n plus 1 and then remove it. And I get what, student? X and half times 2 tan inverse in bracket cos x. Now, students, first of all, 2 multiplies there, 2x and tan inverse and cos in the bracket. Tan inverse will go there, will become tan double x, and is equal to cos x. Now, students, both I flipped. When I bring it here, 1 over tan, I divide both by 1. So both flipped, 1 by cos, 1 by tan. I think clear idea. And this is becoming match, alhamdulillah, and this also matched. Okay. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, cot 2x equal to secant x. So proved. Or you can say proved, or you can say, yes, it converges. Yes, it converges. Yes, it converges. That's it. Okay. I think point is very clear. Next point, we have question number 3 we have. So we have to write the square root of this one as an expression in the Cartesian form. This is called Cartesian form. So we have to write a Cartesian form, and by first forming a quadratic equation x and y, and square root of this one we have to find. So let's start. You know, student, like example, root of 16 is any number, and we have, for example, 4, and we must put a plus and minus. Similarly, if I say what's the root of 6 minus 8 iota, we don't know. We don't know. We write here x plus iota y, and we plus outside plus and minus. So this number is behaving like that. And this answer is like 4, and plus and minus is compulsory. I think idea is very clear. Now, students, I'm going to solve it. Now, what is the best way to do it? Remove the square root, and I got a square both sides, 6 minus 8 iota, and square of the plus remain plus, and minus also become plus. So basically, we are going to expand this power 2. So first term square and plus 2 into first term into second term and plus second term square. So I'm getting 6 minus 8 iota here, x2 power 2 here, 2xy and iota outside. And iota square is what, student? Iota square, you know, minus 1. So I'm getting here minus y square. Now I'm comparing the coefficients. Compare coefficients mean what? So when the word the compare coefficients, or compare real and real part, I'm doing it here, and imaginary part I'm doing here. Okay, real part is what? Real is 6 and x square and minus y square. So I'm getting here x square minus y square is equal to 6, and imaginary part is minus 8 and plus 2xy. So it means 2xy is equals to negative 8. And that he said that form a quadratic equation in x and y. So quadratic equation, okay. And I think this part is done, and now we can solve them simultaneously, because we have our two equations here and we have to solve them simultaneously. Okay, so first of all, this equation number 1 here, I make x subject or y subject. So I make a y subject, and negative 4 over x I call equation number 2. And this equation, this value, I'm going to put it now here. So x to power 2 and negative 4 over x and to power 2 is equal to 6. X to power 2 negative 16 over x square is equal to 6. Multiply whole equation with x square. When multiply whole equation with x square, students, what happens? I got x4 and minus 16 equal to 6x to power 2. Bring it left hand side, and I got this kind of equation. So 16, 8 to the 16, 8 to the 16. So I can say take a common x square, I got x squared minus 8. And here 2 common, I got x squared minus 8. Okay, student, I'm getting here x to power 2 plus 2 and x to power 2 negative 8. I'm getting two answers, students. Here, I'm getting here is equal to negative 2. And here I got a positive 8. If I take a root here, I get a negative root. This iota involves. And this I will ignore. This I will ignore. And this I will take. I will get a plus and minus root 8. And root 8 is 2 root 2. So here I'm writing two values. Now get ready. Get ready for this. First answer is I'm writing now here is x. I'm writing here 2 root 2. How 2 root 2? Because 8 is 2 fours are and 2 twos are. So one pair, so 2 square into 2 will give you 2 root 2. So one time positive and one time negative. Okay, both values I will plug in one by one in this and get y value. And y value is minus 2 root 2, minus 4 over 2 root 2. And minus 4 over negative 2 root 2. So 2 cancel out, and I got a negative 2 over root 2. How to get rid of root down? So rationalize. And finally, I got what, student? Root 2 cancel out. And I'm getting finally y is equals to negative root 2. And what about this story? Negative cancel. Again, I got 2 over root 2. Rationalize, same process here. Root 2 is root 2 and cancel out. And ultimately, I got a y value is root 2 positive. Now I'm writing final answer. X is this and y is this. How to write it? Because formula x plus iota y. X plus iota y, and x plus iota y as well. X is 2 root 2 and y is a negative root 2 root 2 iota. I think this part is very clear. Second answer, students, we're getting here, and I'm plugging this value here. So I'm getting here negative 2 root 2 and positive root 2 iota. I hope so. Point is very clear, and we got two roots. So I hope so. Concept is completely clear. Question number next, we have number 4. Question number 4, if you look at carefully in this question, it says solve and 3dp, but we have to check it here. There are two things important. So 5 to power x, but how to deal with this one? Do you know, students, if I have a 3 to power x into 3 to power 2, so we can say 3 to power x plus 2. So you know what to do here. And can it go reverse process? Yes. So we write this 3 two times and this power right separate. So same story here, 5 to power x separate into 5 to power 2. So now I'm assuming that whole 5 to power, let 5 power x equal to k. So this turned to be k. I got a k equal to 5, this k, and here 25 and minus 10. So I got a 10 comes this way and 25k and minus k. And I'm get 10 is equal to 24k. And k value is 2 5s and 2 12 times. So 5 by 12 I got from here. But is the question done? Let me check. 2 5s, 2 12, correct, okay. I'll plug in this value back in equation. So I'm saying 5 to power x equal to 5 over 12. How to solve x? I have to take logarithm of both side, log of the both side. So this is as it is here and here also. This x will come down. So student, x times 2 log of 5. And here log of 5 over 12. And now I'm going to divide, students, and then type in calculator. Simple. So log of 5 over 12 and divide by log of 5. And when I type in calculator, students, so in fraction, log of 5 divided by 12. In denominator, we have log 5. And answer is coming with me, x is equal to negative 0.5, 4, and 4. Let me check again. 5, 4, 3, 9, basically. Yes, correct. So this is done now. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The concept is clear. Question number 5. Next question number 5, students. We have, he is asking here complex number. Second complex number question came now. Okay, he's saying that exact value of argument we are looking for. But how to find argument, students? So first of all, we have to deal with this power. You know, De Moivre's rule. De Moivre's rule say that whenever we have a polar form given in the bracket polar form, so this 4 will multiply with angle. This 4 multiply with angle only. So that is why I'm doing multiplication. So let's start. So I'm saying cos and 4 over 7 pi in bracket and iota sine 4 over 7 pi. This is done. The power deal. Okay. Power is done. Now what, student? What is next process? Second property, if you remember, students, okay, we have to deal the denominator part even. For sake of your information, this is very important here. This negative is not acceptable here. And it's a very important criteria for it, and that you can check in calculator. So sine negative theta is equals to negative sine theta. It means they are equal. And cos negative theta is basically equal to cos theta. So it means that it eliminates. So it means I can replace it. This negative I can bring inside. So look at, student, I just show you what I'm going to say. So here I'm writing negative 1 over 7 pi. And this plus, and here sine negative 1 over 7 pi. I repeat my words again. This is the most important step in this question, where many students confuse. Okay, I'll just repeat again. One student may ask how you got negative, sir. What is the reason behind it? If you open this one, so you got this one and this one same. Reason I said before, negative in the bracket and without negative, they are same. So it means cos negative 7 by 2 or 7 by 2 alone, they are exactly same. This negative sign automatically eliminates. But in case of sine, this negative sign will come out. For example, negative sign in the bracket will go out. So it means this negative sign will go out and will become a same format. And what is the basic point? We have to make them same. This is a main part. We have to make them same. This is a rule. Okay, this is clear. Now, student, we can apply second property. What second property, students, in this option, when we have a two polar forms, so what we do, okay, we can apply it. And we can simple modulus is 1, you can see modulus is 1. So subtract upper argument minus lower argument. It means I can write like this: cos 4 by 7 pi and minus 1 over 7 pi. Again. Upper angle is 4 by 7 pi and minus 1 over 7 pi. Now, if I simplify, students, what I get here, So 4 minus 1 is plus. I'm getting here, this is coming with me 5, 7 or 5 over 7 pi. And same story here, students, 7 sine and 5 pi over 7 pi. Okay, clear. And he was asking exact value of argument. So we can say that exact value of argument of u is very clear. Argument of u is very clear. 5 over 7 pi. I hope so. The point is very clear. Okay. And yeah, you can do another format, but I think this is a effective way. And let's go for the next question. And next part of the question is what? Complex number u and u star plotted again on an Argand diagram, and describe single geometrical transformation that u and u star, and state the exact value of the u star argument. Okay, so let's try to do it. First of all, rule number 1. What is said here, we have to talk about u and u star. So u and u star. U is this one, students. Okay. And naturally, u star is what? If you look at carefully, if I draw a rough idea, so you can understand. So this is a 5 y by 7 pi. If you check it in calculator, because in degree mode, because sometimes students not understanding what is this value and where it locates. So if we converted, this is turned to be 5 by 7 to 180 is converting is a 128 degree. So 128 degree is basically is here. 128 degree is, this is 90 degree, student, 90 degree. So it is 100 here and somewhere here. So this point lies somewhere here. So this is a somehow angle. We can say 5 over 7 pi. Okay, students. So this point locates here. And we have to find out, he's saying we have draw they both diagrams, and then we have to judge what is going on, what is the values. So let's start. First of all, I'm doing Argand diagram. So student, I'm doing it now here. Okay. And you can see, all right. Students, basically, it is a 5 by 7 is equal to approximately 128 angle. So this is a more than 90. So we need a point here. You make it anywhere on this line, anywhere, because we can take our scale our own wish. If I take 1 here, so 1 is coming here. Okay. So anyway, this is a 1, and this line I'm going to make it. So students, this is a line. And if I ask me what is the coordinates of this, we can say x is whatever the x, but what the argument is a 5 pi by 7, 5 pi by 7. And what is a star conjugate? You know, all of you, conjugate rule is what? Conjugate rule is, for example, if I have any complex number, so let's say 2 plus 3 iota, is conjugate is what? 2 minus 3 iota. So beside of sign, beside of iota, the sign will change only. So it means basically, if I show this one, I just give you an idea. So for example, 2 plus 3 is 2 and 3 here, 2 comma 3, and 2 minus 3 is here. So basically, we are having a conjugate means it reflect in x-axis. You can see clearly. So there's a reason I will make it where. So I will make exactly below, and this is a line. I hope so. Point is clear. And it was a conjugate. So this naturally, this is an argument. Is how much this argument? Negative 5 pi by 7. So it means if I ask what is he's asking describe fully a single geometrical transmission of u and u stars and exact value of the u star. So you can say that argument of u conjugate is minus pi by 7. This is 1 mark for it, and 1 mark we can say that u and u conjugate are reflection of each other, reflection of each other in x-axis, or you can x-axis correct answer, or say real axis, because in complex number we use a word more technical, so real axis. I hope so. The concept of question is very, very clear. Question number 6, students, and we have to solve this one. And what is question? A and B, find and one SF each value. And we have given 2 points on the line, and we have given L and Y and here X. So basically, if we look at carefully, if we have here y, here x, so formula is y is equals to mx plus c. But if we have ln y and x, so formula will convert ln y is equals to mx plus c. And even we can look at now in this equation. So let's start. First of all, a y equal to b2 power x. He said logarithm, so I will take log of both sides. Log of left side, I will get this. A log of right side, I will get this. After this, what to do, students? Log property applicable on a and y, I can split them. Log of a plus log of y. And this power will go down due to log property, x times 2 log of b. Now I'm going to write in order ln y alone here, then x times 2, I write in change. ln b before and x later, and then minus ln a. Logic, if you compare with that, ln y same. This is a gradient same. This x same. This c same. I think now you understood very well. And now what I'm going to do now, how we can get ln b? If I have a gradient, I will find it easily. So let's try to find gradient. Formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I can say 8.27 minus 2.24, 2.24 over 3.40 minus 0.50. Okay, so 8.27 minus 2.24, I'm dividing, and 3.4 minus 0.5. And the gradient is turned to be with me, I'm getting here, and we have to write long value, okay, not very small. So gradient is coming with me is 2.0793. Okay, this part is very clear. And now, students, I'm going to find m value, so c value. So y is equal to mx plus c, and y I can take any coordinate from here. For example, I take 2.24. M value, I'll take this. Okay, and c and x value is 0.5. And from here, I got a c value. I can get c value. I'm doing it now. Let's get ready. Into 0.5 and 2.24 minus this value, and I'm getting the c value 1.2. 003 basically we're getting, but okay, this is clear. Now, students, I can equate this value. I'm going to equate ln b. So I'm writing now here ln b is equal to 2.0793, and not even this. I can say this is equal to that number. So minus ln a is equals to 1.2. Okay, now, students, how to get the value? And just 1 minute, please. Once again, I check it. 2.24 minus 2.0793 into 0.5. I think this point is clear. Okay, and check it gradient once again, because one mistake can create a problem. 8.27 minus 2.24 and divided by 3.4 and minus 0.5. Just confirming. Yeah, correct. Okay. Now, student, I'm going to simplify. Student, any number, we can write, for example, 3. We can write 3 into 1 and 1 replaced by ln e, and this goes power. So 3 is ln e same. So, or 4, for example, ln e to power 4. And what about this, students? I can say same story here. ln b is equals to ln e to power 2.0793. ln cancel, and b is this one. So I'm typing now in calculator and e to power 2.0793. And if we check it, it is coming approximately 7.99886. And he said on top 1 SF. So it means I don't want, so B becomes 8. And what on the right hand side, students, I can say negative ln A, okay, and is equals to This I can write ln e to power 1.2, but this negative is not acceptable here. And let me check. Yeah, okay, this is clear. So this negative sign I can bring on the power of a minus 1. Now students, log cancel out, and 1 by, this is called 1 by a equal e to power 1.2, and a is equals to 1 over e to power 1.2. So I'm doing now e to power 1.2, e to power 1.2, and divide it by reciprocal 1 divided by this answer I'm getting here 0.3. So 0.3 is my final answer. I hope so. The concept of the question is very, very clear. Next question, students, we have trigonometry question. Okay. And question we have here, show this equation can maybe expressed in this form. So students, what is the way? If we look at convert full in tan format. But problem is here single x, but here we have a double x. So double x we have, and other two are single. So we have to get rid of double x. So what is the rule we have? If you remember, student, tan double x, we can say tan x plus x. If I apply this property of tan or fundamental of tan x plus tan x over 1 minus, okay, over 1 minus tan x time to tan x. So basically I'm getting 2 tan x over 1 minus tan square x, which I'm going to replace it here. So let's start. And tan cube x plus 2 times 2, this value I'm going to copy and I'm pasting here like this. Okay, is equal, and further we have negative tan x is equal to 0. And now we're going to simplify. All right. So first of all, this 2 multiplies inside. So I'm getting here tan cube x and plus 4 tan x over 1 minus tan square x minus tan x. Can you see tan x common? Yes, we can take common. So if I take tan x common, students, what will happen, students? First of all, I take tan x common. What left inside? Tan square x plus 4 over 1 minus tan square x, and negative 1 is equals to 0. Now after this, we can say either this equal to 0, and he mentioned this not equal to 0. So that is why I will mention here tan x cannot be equal to 0. And I can say I have this expression is naturally equal to 0. I think the point is very clear. So I can tell easy, I can explain, proceed from here that this is confirmed equal to 0. And I will erase this bracket only. Rest is okay. And now we have to convert in this form. We are very close. Multiply. First of all, what is LCM? I will take LCM, and LCM is what? 1 minus tan square. This will multiply with the tan square. I get a tan square and tan 4 plus 4 copy, and this multiply with 1. I get a negative 1 and positive tan square. Be careful, students, here. A chance of mistake, because this negative sign will change the signs as well. And this multiply into 0 will finish automatically. And I'm getting in order negative tan x4. I'm copying from here. And this will give us 2 tan square. And these two values will give us positive 3 is equals to 0. Multiply by minus 1. And I'm getting here everything's the same except sign changes. And check it now, is a totally matched. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, proved. So first part of the question is very, very clear. So students, part B is this one and is connected with the previous part, and he asking till 0 to pi. So reading form, exact form he's asking. And so first of all, we go back again and get this formula, because we know it, this is target is achieved. And this answer I'm going to take from here. So this copy from here and use on next page. Okay, let's start. Okay, so step number 1, we can do directly also, or we can assume, let's start. If I say tan square x is equals to k. So this becomes k and this becomes k square. So I can write now here, students, k square, negative 2k and negative 3. So factorization, so 3 ones are 3. So 3k and plus 1k and negative 3 is equal to 0. K common and k minus 3. Plus 1 common and k minus 3. So we're getting k minus 3 and k plus 1. So we're getting two answers, students. So one is k is equals to 3 and 1k is equals to negative 1. I'll plug in both values there. But you know, student, when I plug in it here, tan square x is equal to negative 1 and here tan square is equals to 3. You know, student, this is when you take a root of this one, negative root is infinity. Whenever negative value come inside, it's give you undefined. So no solution. And student, here we can take a root. I'm writing two solutions, one here and one here. So tan x is equals to root 3 positive and tan x is equals to root 3 negative. And we have to keep our I 0 to pi. So first two quadrants. So here and here, we cannot cross. Okay, these two answers. So first of all, tan positive is here and here. This out of range, this is my in range. And tan negative here, and so this out of range, this in range. So if I take a tan, alpha is equal to tan inverse root 3, and you know it very well, it gives you 60 degree. 60 degree, oh sorry, radians, so pi by 3. Let me check again, radians. Yeah, radians. So pi by 3, 60 degrees pi by 3. So same is here, pi by 3, because same number, only side issue. So pi by 3 here, students, and pi by 3 here, and pi by 3 here. So first answer, which we can get from here is, here if I take it, so I can say directly theta is equal, sorry, not theta, x is equals to. So x is equal to pi by 3. So this we have done, first answer. Second, students, from here till here. And I can say this x is equals to pi minus pi by 3. And after this, and just a minute, please go back. Okay. Yeah, here in important part, students, we have, you can see clearly this double and double and double, and we are dealing with that. So at the end, when you get the answer, we will replace x by 2 theta. Okay, make sure we replace x by 2 theta, because in the previous page, if you go and back and see, we see here, so this is a single and here x we have. So it means if we have a double theta, we have put double theta. So I think point is very clear. So I'm going to finalize it now, but we have to do what here? So I'm going to plug in here 2, because this x, okay, I have to put 2 theta here. So I'm replacing now 2 theta here. Replacing here, first I'm writing here x. Okay, that is reason we have to go for, this is we have to take in range now, because double comes, so we have to take both now. This also and this as well. So we're getting two answers. The first answer is pi by 3. Second is pi plus pi by 3. And students, what here? I get a 2 pi minus pi by 3. Okay, I'm getting here this answer 3 and 2 pi by 3. And here 5 pi by 3. And I'm replacing now her students, replacing each double theta here. And 3 and 4 pi by 3. And here same 2 pi by 3, students, and 5 pi by 3. But here I put double theta now. Now divide by 2, students. So first answer is coming with us is pi by 6. Second, this 2 will divide is cancel 2. And I'm getting 2 pi by 3. We got a 2 answers from here. And this 2 divide, I got a pi by 3. And 2 divide, I got a 5 pi by 6. 5 pi by 6. I hope so. The concept is very clear. So main part is what, students? So we have to concentrate, especially here. I have done with the thetas basically, okay? But he said these angles are double. So that is why I replace each x by double theta. See, x equal to double theta. And that is why I replace at the end each x by double theta, each x by double theta. And I hope so. Concept of question is very clear. And question number next we have 8. Question number 8, students, is a parametric equations and differentiation concept. We have to start from here. So what is the rule? We have to prove that this dy over dx. So first of all, dx over dt. So what is the rule? First of all, students, power. The rule. First we deal power, then we'll deal base, and then we'll deal angle. step by step. So first deal power. 2 comes down and tan of the power will become 1. And then multiply that base and base tan derivative secant square. At the end, 2t is a 2. So I hope so clear. First power, then base, and then angle. I hope so the point is very clear. And we got a 4 tan double t and secant square double t. This is done. Dx by dt is done. So I'm now going for the y. So I think it's easy to do. We can here. So dy over dt. It has a no power, so I start directly from base and angle. So cos derivative is negative sine double t into 2. So we can write negative 2 sine double t. Clear? Now, student, what is my job to find dy over dx? So by chain rule. By chain rule. So I'm writing dy over dx and write two fractions, students. This will come in upper numerator, and this goes in second denominator. And third variable is dt and dt. And now I'm going to replace, this is the same, students. So I can replace as it is negative 2 sine double t. And there's a reverse because x up, t down, here t up, x down. So I'm writing 1 over 4 tan double t and secant square double t. Okay, now how to deal with that? Because my job is to prove this. So I think only one best solution is what this two to cancel out. So I'm getting negative sign, and I can, and let me check all double angles. Yeah, double. Here, look, double angle here. Even double and double and double. So this angle not a problem. So angle, I will not do any change. And here I got 2 and tan square. What is tan, students? So sine double t over cos double t. And secant square is basically 1 over cos square double t. This sign will cancel with that. Okay, students. And we are getting negative 1 over 2. And 2 over, we have getting cos cube double t. And you know, 1 over 5, it flips. So same story here. I can write it now, students. So this goes up, and I got negative 1 over 2 and cos cube double t. Let me check on top. The same. So target is achieved. I hope so. The concept of the first part is very, very clear. So part B, we have, students, the find equation of tan normal to the curve at when time is this. An answer, we need this form. Okay. So you know, students, formula, we need x1 and y1. So we don't have time is pi by 8. Time is pi by 8. We go back and see there time pi by 8. So students, what is the time? If time is given pi by 8, so we have to use these equations and derivatives. So let's start. So x value is we have tan square 2t, and y value we have cos double t, and gradient we have negative half cos cube 2t. And I will take these values and bring on the page. Okay, and cut from here, but keep your eye, there's a pi by 4. So t value is pi by 4 is boundary. Okay, so let's talk about this part now. So first of all, I have x and y, and we have a grid also given. So we have 3 things, students, here. And I will find each value one by one. So first, I'm looking for x and y value, and then I'm looking for gradient. In every question, I will plug in t as this one. So when I plug in this here, so tan square in the bracket, I'm getting pi by 4. Why pi by 4? Because this 4 to cancel out, and basically tan pi by 4 is 1, so we are getting 1. Square of 1 is 1. And what about this? This goes there, students, 1 by 1. So I'm getting cos, and again, this pi by 8 is cancelled. We got a pi by 4. And pi by 4, we're getting is here. So this is turned to be root 2 by 2. Root 2 by 2. Okay, this is also clear, students. And after this, what is the next plan? Is gradient. Now I have to plug in this value here. But cube is there. So how to find tangent gradient? Negative half is there. And I'm writing power 3 on top. And inside I'm writing cos. And plug in pi by 8 here. So pi by 4 basically. Pi by 4. Pi by 4. And when I took a pi by 4, students, pi by 4 is again cos pi by 4 is root 2 by 2. So root 2 by 2. Negative half is outside. I'm writing root 2 by 2 and power 3. How to deal with this? Negative half as it is. Root 3 by 2 it means one root alone, and what a root with this power 2 and one root alone. Reason power 3. Look, I zoom for you. Power 3. So power 3, like x to power 3, we can write x square into x. Same story. If I have a root of x, I can write one with power 2 and one without power 2. I think point is clear. And down I have a 8. How 8 comes? 2 to power 3, 8. Now students, simplify. How simplification? This is a 2 and 2 to cancel out. So I can cancel them like this. And what about the other part, students? Gradient part. Gradient part finally is coming root 2 over 8. So this is done. But this is a grade of tangent, by you know it very well. But we're looking for the normal. What is the normal, students? Normal is negative reciprocal. So if reciprocal, it turns to be 8 up and root 2 down. But it is not acceptable. We have to rationalize. Okay, we can rationalize now even, or yeah, better to do now. Why rationalize? Whenever root comes denominator, we are bound to eliminate from denominator. And I'm getting here, students, finally 8 root 2, this 2 and this cancel out. And we can say gradient of the normal is turned to be 4 root 2. Now, student, we can plug in the formula, and formula is what? Y minus y1 equal to m normal, m gradient of normal, x minus x1. So I'm going to replace and going to replace in the formula all values. So let's start. Y1 is root 2 over 2. So I'm writing here root 2 over 2. Gradient is a 4 root 2. And x1 is, we have 1. So I think part is clear, and we have to give one final form. So what is the rule now? We have to make y. This will go on the other side. But first of all, 4 root 2 multiply inside with this one and this one. And this will come and add. And we have to simplify these two values only, and that's it. And what's the criteria? You know very well, students. We will write here, for example, plus sign, and here LCM is 2. Is 2 to same? Yes, same. Upper value copy. So it means plus root 2. But these two match? No, no match. So 2 will multiply with the 4. 2 4s are 8. So negative 8 root 2. And finally, I got 4 root x and negative 7 root 2 over 2. And this is our final form. And I hope so. I think this root is missing. The root is missed, basically. The root is missed. So 4 root 2 x. 4 root 2 x. I hope so. The concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 9, students, we have topic is vectors. And the point D is such that is a trapezium, and link is given from his side, okay? And we have to find out D position. So we have to expand it. How to expand, students? DC. How to expand this one? OC minus OD. How to expand this, students? Same way, OB minus OA. All right, now I'm going to plug. First of all, I bring, okay, I can plug in the values even. OC is what, student? Negative 3, negative 2, and 2. OD, I don't know. Here, I'm going to plug in these values, OB minus OA. OB value is 0, 4, 1. OA is a 2, 1, negative 3. Here, I'm solving this negative 2, there's a 3, and this I'm getting 4. And I think this I'm leaving it now here. This OD will go on the right hand side. This 3 multiply inside, I got what? Negative 6, 9, and 3 4s are 12 plus OD. And this value as it is, and now this value will subtract from here. If I subtract, I can write directly answer. So negative 6 and negative, negative, positive, we got a 3. So we are getting here 3. So what about this? 9 will go there, and -2, -9 giving us -11. And this goes there. Out of 2, 12 gone. I got -10. I hope so, students. This point is very clear. And he asking position vector of D. We can leave it here. Okay, next part. Diagonals of trapezium, but I think we should make a trapezium as well. So ABCD is trapezium, and DC is 3 times 2AB. So AB is smaller. AB is smaller. I make it like this. AB is a smaller, and CD is bigger. And 3 times. 3 times means that's like this one. Okay. So A, B, C, and D. You can see, students, what is this? Triple length is here. Approximation, not exactly. Okay. So AB and these two vectors are parallel to each other. AB is 3 times 2 DC, correct? Now he's saying what, student? Diagonals of the trapezium intersect at P. So I'm going to show you diagonal number 1 is this, and diagonal number 2 is this, and intersecting at P. So this point P, we have to find, students. What is the way to do it? So first of all, I will find out the both lines. Both lines are very important to find. And when you find the lines, then we'll proceed for it. So line AC. How to find lines AC, students? We have a formula, and line AC, AC line, I've just mentioned here, AC line. Formula is R is equals to, I must take 1 point from AC. I think I should take OA. And plus lambda times 2 AC. Because if I take a OA here, I must take direction of OC. So let's complete. R is OA, and OA is what value we have? OA value is this. So 2, 1, minus 3. And now I'm writing AC vector. AC vector means C minus A, C minus A. So I'm here C minus A. So this minus that. So do extra care, C minus A. So I mean to say this minus this, I'm getting -5. -2, -1, I'm getting -3. This minus this, I got a +5. Let me check again. Yeah, correct. 5 minus 3, 5. 5. Both are minus, below positive. So this is line AC. I got it, students. I think point is very clear. Okay, let me drag slightly up and then complete the other part. So now I'm going for the line number 2. Line number 2 is what, students? Line 1 done. Line number DB. So I'm going DB line. Okay, here I got AC line and a BD line. So no problem, same thing. Okay. So I'm starting with from B. So OB plus lambda is already used. I use now T times 2 BD. So OB is where, students? OB is this 0, 4, 1. 0, 4, 1. And now BD, student, how to find BD? BD means OD minus OB. Repeat my words, OD minus OB. So OD minus OB. So this minus that. So I got a 3, minus 11, minus 4, minus 15, and minus 10, minus 1. I'm getting here -11. So 3, 15, 11, but two values are negative sign. Let me check, I think clear. Now, student, you have to find out the point of intersection. What is the technique, students? We'll convert standard form and put them equal to each other. Standard form means this lambda multiply inside and add with that. So look, student, I'm doing now. So 2 plus, not plus, minus 5 lambda. So basically 2 from here and minus lambda, 5 lambda from here. And 1 minus 3 lambda. And -3 and plus 5 lambda. This is done, and I take from there also. So I'm getting 0 plus 3t, 4 minus 15t, and 1 minus 11t. So I'll get a 3 equation, students. Equation number 1 I get from here. Let me check any space available. Yes, place available there. I can take from here and shift on next page. So these are, we can say, if R is equals to R, if R is equals to R, R is equals to R. So I take them on another page, and I'm going to solve now. I'm going to make 3 equations, students. Equation number 1. So this I'm getting with this. So I'm getting here 2 minus 5 lambda equal to 3t. And 1 minus 3 lambda is equals to 4 minus 15t. And negative 3 plus 5 lambda is equal to 1 minus 11t. So I need three equations to rearrange, all three rearrange. So students, I think, okay, I solved number one. I go for arrangement, but I think we can solve without arrangement. So this 5t negative and positive 5, sorry, 5 lambda and positive. So it means these two equations, 1 and third, I must use. So 1 plus 2. So 1 is 2 plus 2 minus 5 lambda is equal to 3t. And this 5 lambda I'm copying as it is here. And this one comes this side, I get a negative 4 and negative 11t on still on the other side. So cancel out negative 2. Here I'm getting out of 11, 3 gone, negative 8. And t becomes 1 upon 4. And this value, I use either plug in 1 or plug in 3. But don't use second one, because second one I'll use for checking purpose. And I put in 2 for only for checking purpose. So verification. So t, I'm going to plug in a top equation. So 2 minus 5 lambda is equal to 3 over 4. And now I need a lambda value. 5 lambda goes there and 2 minus 3 over 4. So out of 8, this is a 8 minus 3, 5 upon 4. So it becomes 2 minus 3 over 4. So this one and divide by 5. I got a 1 by 4. So t value and lambda value got it, and I'm going to plug in 2. So 1 minus 3 lambda is equal to 4 minus 15t. I'm going to plug in both sides. If they match, if they become 0 equal to 0, it means, or whatever the number match, it means it intersect. So let's try to plug in. This value goes there. So 1 minus 3 into 104 and 15 times 2, 104. So this value comes from here. So I'm going to simplify now. So here I got, if you see 1 minus 3 over 4, and fraction form, I'm getting here 1 over 4. What other students? So 4 minus 15, 4 minus 15 over 4, and I got a same answer, students, 1 over 4. So yes, they intersect. Now question come, how to find intersection point? I have two choices. I have to plug in this lambda left-hand side or t right-hand side, both are same. So I'm putting this value here. So first value, I'm getting 3 over 4 because this 4 goes there. Second, students, 4 minus 15 times 2, 1 divided by 4, and my answer is turned to be again 1 by 4. And when I plug it here, students, so 1 minus 11 divided by 4, and we are getting answer negative 7 over 4. So he was asking students the point of intersections of two diagonals. So I hope so. The concept is very, very clear, and this question is clear. This part is clear. And scalar product angle between A, B, C. Angle A, B, C. Middle letter is B, student. Middle letter is B. Basically, that is coming like this condition. So I just showed you A, B, and C. So we have to go B to C and B to A. Okay, B to C and B to A. So formula will be like this. So formula is BC dot BA equal to BC magnitude into BA magnitude into cos of the angle between them. Okay, so BC, do we have BC, students? Go back and see from BC from behind, BC, and then we can go for other parts even. Okay, so we are looking for what? Let me check again, BC and BA, BC and BA. So we are looking for BC and BA. So BC and then BA. Okay, so let's see now. BC means this because OC minus OB. So this minus this. So I can get it now easily. Negative 3 and negative 6 and 1. Let me recheck. Negative 3, 0. I got negative 3, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, and I got a 1. Clear. What about BA? BA means this one. So OA minus OB. OA minus OB. So this minus that. So 2 minus 0 is 2, and this is a negative 3, and this I got negative 4. Yeah, correct. And now I can take these values and shift on other page. I think clear. Up till now, very clear. So I'm looking for this value, very clear. Okay, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Not a hard job. Now I can simplify. I can get easily now. So I'm putting this both values, students, here, BC dot BA. So magnitude of BC and magnitude of BA into cos of the angle. So BC is -3, -6 and 1, and 2, -3 and -4. So what is magnitude, students? Square of -3 is 9, square of 6 is 36, and plus 1. What about the same story here? 4 plus 9 and plus 16. And this is a direct value multiply same corresponding position, students. And I'm getting here -6 and plus 18 and -4. I got +8 from here. And there's a 10, and I got a 10 46 root. And here also there's a 20 and 29 root. So cos theta. So this is, I will take on the other side, I'll divide. And I will get my answer. So check it. Cos inverse 8 over 46 root into 29 root. Okay, students, I hope so up till here clear. And now I'm going to find it. And just typing in calculator and get the answer. So 8 divided by root 46 and root 29. Okay, and we have to take a cos inverse. So answer is coming with us in radian mode 1.35. Okay, and degree mode we are getting, if we convert it, so 77.3 degree. So both, I think, ideas are very clear, and question is completely over. Question number 10, students, we have a balloon in a shape of a sphere, okay, have volume V and pumped into, air is pumped into is called positive, okay, at the constant rate 40 pi. And time 0 r0 at same time begins to flow out. This is called negative, and this rate is given. So no proportional word is there, so it means we will not use k here. So what we do, inshallah, we're going to start now. First of all, we write d volume by d t, okay, and is equals to 40 pi positive, and then dv by dt is equals to -0.8 pi r. I have taken from here and flow out, that is why. I'm going to combine them. I got a d volume, okay, combine here. D volume over dt is 40 pi and minus 0.8. And 0.8, you know, it's basically 8 by 10, 8 divided by 10. And I can say 8 divided by 10 is a 4 upon 5. So make it in fraction form because he wrote fraction form, that is why. So pi r. Let me recheck. Yeah, I think this is all okay, clear. And now after this, I'm going to do, we have proved this one. You can see volume, time, and radius. Whenever more than, so we have three variables, radius, volume, and time. More than two will in use, we always use chain rule. And chain rule says dr by dt is my job. So write two fractions here. This come in first numerator. This goes in second denominator, and here I'll write here d volume and d volume. So this is very clear we can use, but from where it will come? For that reason, we concentrate on sphere, and now I'm starting for sphere. What is sphere, students? So sphere means volume of sphere 4 by 3 pi r cube. If I differentiate d volume over d radius, 4 by 3 pi is a full constant, will stay as it is. And what is the r cube differentiation? 3 comes down and power 1 less. This cancel, we get a 4 pi r square. But this is a d volume over d radius. But here I need radius or volume. So I will flip it. 1 over 4 pi r square. And this value comes from here. And I'm writing in a bracket. Okay, write in a bracket, and not even that. I think you can take 4 common as well. If I take a 4 common and pi common, I'm getting here 10 minus r over 5. Let me recheck once again. 4, yes, correct, 4 and pi. Okay, so students, 4 pi cancel out. So I need to prove what? I need to prove this one. So inside I will take LCM because you can see 5 is LCM. So 1 over r square outside, And here 5 LCM, 5 multiply with the 10. So because always multiply R as it is. So this is clear and it's multiplied them. So we have proved, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the target is achieved. 50 minus R over 5 R to power 2 proved. He was saying satisfy this one. Next part. Next part, students, they said quotient remainder, we find it for this divided by this. So we have to reorder. So minus R plus 50, we are bound to write negative R before. Otherwise, we cannot do long division here. 5R square, I'm writing. Now this multiply, what give you this value? So negative 5R and negative 5R multiply with the both. I'm getting 5R square and negative 5 5 is 25, 250R. Sign must change, this cancel, I got 250 and 250R. I think this part is clear. Okay, now he was asking students what? Quotient and remainder. So if I say quotient, quotient is on top, quotient is top, okay, and okay, so quotient and remainder. And student, I have seen now the R is R same, so we multiply once again with what number? And actually is to make the same, I must write negative 250. So negative 250 multiply with the both numbers, students. So I get a 250 R positive, and this multiply with this. I'm getting negative and 0, 2 time and the 5, 1 to 5. I think idea is very clear. And after sign changes, this cancel, and we can say the quotient is this top and remainder is this. So this is not enough only. We have to write in a fraction because next part maybe we have to use this one. So quotient is what? Quotient. Quotient is negative 5R minus 250. And remainder is what? Remainder. Remainder is 1 to 5 and 00. These are clear, students. And now I'm writing the top fraction, the quotient. I'm writing negative 5R here, negative 5R here, and negative 250 and plus sign. And this will go in the numerator. So 12500. And this will come in denominator. So 50 minus R. And this we maybe need in next part. So I just copy from here. Yeah, okay. Now we'll go for next part. Next part, students, he's asking that solve differential equation obtained in part number previously. And we have to make t in terms of R. So let's go back and before. Alhamdulillah. Okay, just wait, please. This I'm writing here now, and I need a equation. So let's go back an equation. Which equation he talk about? This equation he talk about. This equation he talk about. I copy from here. Oh, sorry. And I bring on the next page. Students, get ready. Okay. Now I'm starting the students. So my job is to make a T subject. So let's start. Step number 1, cross multiply. So 5R square dr. And 50 minus R times 2 dt. Okay, switch the sides, or first it goes under it. So I get a 5R square over 50 minus R and dr equal to dt. Okay, this I'm writing it now here because we have done previous page. Okay, now switch the side. Left side become right and right become left. So you see the student, this is the same thing we got on previous page. So I'm using by part B. So dt as it is, but this is replaced by this whole thing. Because if you go back and see once again, I show you. See, this is if you look at carefully, we are dividing this by this. So basically 5R square and 50 minus R in denominator. The same thing, I have the next page and I'm replacing it by that. So this I'm replacing and I'm replacing it here. So here and dr here comes. I think up till here, this part is clear. I'm now integrating. So here I got dt and here I'm getting integration. So each step I'm doing separate. dr here, 5 are separate and 250 and 1 dr separate. And 12500 and 1 over 50 minus R dr separate. Okay, students, this is not a problem. Problem is only last part. Here I got a t, students. Here minus 5 R to power 2 by 2. And this 250 R. But important part is here. What is this derivative, student? This is 0 and this is -1. We need -1 top, but -1 is not available. So what I'm going to do, student, this minus I erase here. So I'm put one minus outside and one minus inside. So that is why this will become minus sign. And I can say here 12500 and logarithm of 50 minus r, because basically we are looking for function down and differentiation in the numerator. So I think this part is clear, students, and we have to complete now. Okay, this is okay, I think part is clear. Now plug in the values. Go back on the first page and you can find it, some parameters here. When time is 0, R0. This is very important information, and I'm shifting on next page. T0, R0. T0, R0. Okay, T0, R0, I'm putting here T0, R0. So when I plug in here, student, what happens? 0, 0, 0. And when I put 0 here, student, so this left behind. So I'm getting here 12500 and log of 50 and plus C. So C value is becoming, finally, it goes there and become positive sign. 12500 log of 50. And this value I'm going to plug in back here. So I got a T is equals to -5 R square over 2 minus 250 R minus 12500 log of 50 minus R and plus 12500 and log of 50. So I think this part is clear, students. We got a T because he said make T subject, and we have done it now. And after this, what is the next plan, students? He said that find T value when radius is 12. So replace every R by 12. So when I put 12, so student, what is it going to be happen? So -5 over 2, 12 to power 2, 250 into 12 minus 12500 logarithm of 50 minus 12 plus 12500 and log of 50. Now is it just a matter of typing in calculator? Okay, student, and let me check what answer is turned to be. So it's a long working and we have to type it. Minus 5 by 2, 12 square, 250, 12, 12500 log of 50 minus 12, and this one. So answer is turned to be 70.53 SF. I hope so. The concept of question is clear. And we have a last question, number 11 now. So function given, we have, students, f dash of x, and hence state exact coordinate of stationary points. So we have to find derivative. So first of all, quotient formula. What is the rule? When we divide two values, students, so square of v, which you squared, copy as it is into derivative of u and minus, now reverse. So let's apply it. F dash of x is equals to what? Square of the denominator, 3ex plus 2, and which I squared, copy as it is, into derivative of the numerator, which is this. So 2 as it is, e to power 2x into 2. This 2 come from the power differentiation, negative sign. Now, this copy as it is into differentiation of denominator, e to power 2x into 2. And what about this? -3 e to power x into 1, and 2 has a 0. So stationary point, student, derivative 0. I'm putting here 0, students. And so I'm just arranging. So this I'm writing before 2 2's are 4, e to power 2x, and this bracket value I'm leaving as it is. 2x -3 e to power x and plus 2. And here just rearranging, and I'm getting 2 e to power 2x and -3 e to power x. And student, this is naturally this. Okay, let me write once only. E to power 2x and minus 3 e to power x and plus 2. This whole thing into 0 will finish automatically. And now 2 e to power 2x common, because you see this common out. So from what left? 2 left behind. So 2 times 2, 2 times 2, this whole factor. So 2 times 2 e to power 2x, and 2 3s are 6, and 2 2s are 4, and this negative will change all signs inside. Negative 2 e to power 2x and negative positive e to power x. This is done now equal to 0. Either this is 0 or the whole thing 0. This cannot be 0, but because exponential, never 0. And this is cancel out, you can see clearly. And this will give us what we can say here. It's coming with us negative 3 e to power x plus 4 is equals to 0. I can say e to power x is equal to 4 over 3. And now we can go for easily to get the answer. And how do I have to take log of both side, log of both side. When I take a log of both sides, students, it will turn to be this form. X will go down, and x time to log of e, and log of e is 1. And we found the answer of this. So logarithm of 4 over 3, 4 over 3. But he said find out the coordinates, exact coordinates. So we're looking for y coordinate as well. So I'm going to plug in the value. I have two choices. Very interesting part. Look at the students. I have this or this. So in the e to power x, I can replace 4 by 3 as well. Okay, I think I will do slightly here. Okay, and here I'm finding y coordinate. So for that reason, students, y is equals to 2 e to power 2x over e to power 2. Okay, here interesting part. I just write it change, slightly change. What change? E to power x inside and square on the top. X inside and square on the top. And here I'm writing e to power x as it is and plus 2. What is the benefit of it, students? I can replace easily this by, because e to power x and e to power x all match. So 4 by 3, I'm replacing each bracket. You can see, student, this way I can get the answer easily. 4 over 3, but square on top. 4 over 3 and square on top. And here only 4 over 3 and plus 2. And now I'm going to check it in calculator. And 2 times to 16 over 9. So I'm getting in a fraction, I'm getting the fraction part is 32 over 9. Down part, so 16 divided by 9 minus 4 and plus 2. And its fraction form is giving us negative 2 over 9. 9 cancel out, and we're getting negative 16. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, the coordinates are logarithm 4 over 3 and negative 16. And this is my required answer. And let's go for the next part of the question, which is next page. He is asking, is use substitution and find exact value of this. So use substitution. U is equal to e to power x. Topic is integration, but I will start differentiation. Du over dx. What is derivative? First copy. It multiplies there. So du is equals to e to power x into dx. Now, students, I will go back and bring the complete question here. And the complete question we have here available. Copy. And I paste here. Okay, so this is my function already available. And how to find out the, we asking, and partial fractions, we have to use an exact value of this one. So we have to find it. So let's start. So first of all, students, I'm going to replace. So area formula, we can find it. So limits are very clear, given logarithm of 3 and logarithm of 5. And I'm writing here 2 e to power 2x, this 2x. And here to e to power 2x, and here I'm writing e to power x and plus 2 and dx. So students, can you see this together? But thing is that he said e to power x, not e to power 2x. So what is the technique? I will do it, students. First of all, I can replace, if you look at carefully, if this is e to power x, so this can be, I can use the upper equation also, no problem at all. So u goes in this bracket, I got a u square. And u goes in this bracket, I got negative 3u plus 2. And u goes on the top bracket, I'm getting here 2 u square. But thing is that how to replace this one, and dx we can replace, it goes down, du over e to power x equal to dx. And e to power x is replaced by u. So I got du over u is equal to dx. So now, students, this I'm replacing dx and this will come here. So I'm writing here du over u. And what is this condition, students, were here? So this u will cancel out. Okay. And we are getting now which form? Limits are very clear. Okay, I'm writing limits later. 2u over u square minus 3u and plus 2. So this question is ready, students, for a partial fraction first of all. So this is done. And now I'm leaving it here. I'm saying let. Inside one, I'm going to take this one. So this is going to take copy, and I'm using now here. And I'm going to use partial fraction. He helped even. But first of all, we have to factorize the denominator. This is a compulsory, otherwise we cannot do it. So negative 3u plus 2, 2 ones are 2, negative 2u, negative u, and plus 2. U common and u minus 2, and negative 1 common, u minus 2. So I'm getting u minus 2 and u minus 1. So I'm replacing on the here, I can continue from here onwards. So I'm getting 2u over u minus 2, u minus 1 is equals to a over u minus 2 and plus b over u minus 1. So multiply whole equation, so student, with this one, whole equation. When multiply this one, so this cancel, I get 2u. And when multiply with this factor, this will cancel with this. So with a, I will get u minus 1. And with b, u minus 2. Done. Now I'm going to put what? One I plug in, one term I plug in this 0. So when I plug in u minus 1 equal to 0, you get a 1. So I'm putting whole equation by u1. So here I got 2, here 0, because 1 minus 1, 0. And here I'm getting here negative 1. So b value is becoming with us negative 1, negative 2, sorry. And let me recheck once again. So b value is coming with us negative. Okay. And 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me confirm. So this 2u is correct. Okay, this done. Okay. And now I can proceed. Okay. So student, what is the next plan? B is negative 2 gone done. And now I'm going to plug in, first I plug in this 0, now plug in next part. So u minus 2 equal to 0. So u becomes 2. If u becomes 2, students, what is our situation then? Put u is equals to 2. When I plug in 2 here, 2 2s are 4. When I plug 2 here, I got a. And 0, a value becomes 4, correct. Now I'm going to plug in both value back in equation. So I'm getting 2u over u minus 2 times 2u minus 1 is equals to a value 4 and b value negative. And negative I'm writing in the middle, no problem at all. This is done. So after this, student, what is the next plan? Next plan is I'm going to replace it there. So let's take a look here. This I'm copying from here. Okay, I'm going to place this here. Okay, I'm going to do next page. So students, okay, paste here. And what is integration, students? We have du. And limits, well, let's go back and see limits. But limits not converted. We would go limits also conversion. And limits how to convert, students? First limit is ln 3 and ln 5. Lower ln 3, upper ln 5. ln 3 and ln 5. So ln 3 and ln 5. So I'm saying, and what is the conditions we have given? U is equals to e to power x. I'm going to plug in this in the place of x. So students, what will happen? You can see, wait a minute. So when I plug in this first limit, so when x is equal to ln 3, so u is equal to e to power ln 3. You know, student, they will cancel and e become 3. U become 3. Second condition, if I say that if x is equal to ln 5, so it will give me what? So u is equals to e to power ln 5. This cancel out, u is equal to 5. So lower limit 3, upper limit 5, I got it. Now students, I'm going to integrate it and get the answer. So, so what is this derivative, students? I can do integration separate. So 4 outside and 1 over u minus 2 du. And 2 outside, 1 over u minus 1 in du. Okay. And limit is 3 to 5. Limit is 3 to 5. All right. What are the formula, students? The logarithm of u minus 2. A limit 3 to 5. Same here, logarithm of u minus 1. A limit 3 to 5. So when I plug in 5 here, so I'm getting here 4. 5 minus 2 log of 3 comes. When 3, I got 1, and that is 0. When I plug in 5 here, 5 minus 1, I get a 4. And minus 1, I got a 2. Okay, 4 ln 3 I got from here, students. And here I can say log of 4, log of 4 by 2, this cancel, we got here 2 ln 2. Okay, log ln 2, now I can bring 4 in the power and 2 in the power. I got 3 to the power 4, and here ln 2 to the power 2. Here I got ln 81, here I got ln 4. And final answer we can say is ln 8104. I hope so. Concept of the question is completely clear. And we'll check it again, go back. He's saying that convert into ln A form and rational numbers in simplest form. I hope so. The point is very clear and question is completely over. And that was paper is also done. Best of luck for upcoming exam and pray for me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.